Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. This is a quick tutorial how to use the tagging system in EVE Online so you can quickly give numbers to NPCs, Rex, or even real players. You can quickly get a good understanding of what is, for example, the primary target or what kind of order of targets you're going to go for or avoid when you're in battles of New Eden. So how to do stuff like this, for example. We quickly give like, number 1, number 2, number 3, etc, etc, etc. So what you want to do, number 1, to get this set up is make sure you're in a fleet. You have to be in a fleet. This won't work if you're not in a fleet. So I've made a fleet with myself right here. I'm the only one in the fleet. Second of all, you want to set the shortcuts right here. Click on Escape. Go on the shortcuts. Go on the combat. And then there's 4 hotkeys you want to set up. You can set up more to be a bit more advanced, but I have just 4 hotkeys set up. Tag item as 1, set it to number 1. Tag item as 2, set it to number 2. Tag item as 3, set it to number 3. And then also, the 4th one, tag item from sequence 1 through 9 to a random key. I set it to this one right here. The key that's to the left of my 1 key right here. Okay, so then the second thing you want to set up is then an overview. Click on this button here. Here, and overview settings. Columns, make sure you have tag selected. If you don't have this selected, we won't be able to see them right here. You see here? Deselect this, we won't be able to see them. So now we're able to see them when we've selected them. If it's still not showing, even though you've ticked it like this, it may be that your overview is too narrow. So you can look, I can still not see them, even though it's very narrow right here. So you can see that if I make it wider now, I can see the tags. It could also maybe be that you've made them too, messed with the tags, the columns now a little bit too much, made them too narrow or something like that. So play around a bit with the overview, move it around, mix and match it a bit, see if you can get them to be visible if it's not visible when you've clicked the tag key right here. So now you're set up, now you can start tagging stuff. Simple as that. What you do is, say I want to tag this item here as number 1. I hold down number 1, left click. Now it's number 1. If I want to do this one as number 2, I just hold down 2, left click, and it's number 2. If I would want to tag this as number 3, I hold down 3, left click, and now it's number 3. It's annoying, but it's just the way it is. You can't have it so that you can hold down 4 and then you tag it as number 4. It will just give it a letter. You see here, our tag item is number 1, tag item is number 2, tag item is number 3, but there's no tag item as number 4. So unfortunately, that's the way it is. You can't do that. But a way you can then tag items as numbers greater than 3 is this other key we set up. This one where you can tag in a sequence of 1 to 9. So you can see here, tag in a sequence through 1 through 9. So what I'll do is hold down this key right here. And then I'll try to get this to be number 1. So I'll keep clicking and it'll increase the number. You can see that? Increases the number. And now we've got number 1. Now we'll click again. Now I'll tag stuff in a sequence. So you see it? Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Oh, that glitched out a little bit. Didn't have that. But number 4 and number 5. You see that? So you can hold down this. This is what I use often when I'm in the Abyss, for example, when I quickly want to just assign a certain sequence of targets so that we can quickly just have stuff going on so that both me and my fleet mate, we can know what to primary in the Abyss. So I'll just quickly hold down this key right here and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's getting a bit messed up since I already tagged them, but just so that I can have everything a certain number so we know what we're going to primary first. When I'm using those Droggers in the Abyss, I have it so that we actually split DPS. So I have it so that my friend, for example, goes for odd numbers, I go for even numbers, or vice versa. It's a good way to do that too. Or in PvP, if you want to just mark stuff as the most important target or the less important target, etc. So you can just mention this, or go for number 1, go for number 2. You don't have to mention the name all the time. So that's the way I do the tagging system in EVE Online. It's pretty simple. I find it very confusing to begin with, all these short keys, tabs, overview things, all this kind of stuff. But it's actually really simple and very, very useful if you're doing multiple people in the Abyss. It's very useful to get a good idea of the primary targets because there are many NPCs in the Abyss which are very dangerous that you have to kill quickly. This is a very good way to differentiate them quickly from the less important NPCs. So I hope this helped you guys and hope you learned something new. If you found this useful, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.